What is going on, Sixers fans? And again, I don't know if any Sixers fan besides me and Mitch sat through that pain, that agony, that turmoil that we just sat through. First of all, Mitch, what's up, buddy? How are you? You look depressed like me. Uh, did, what did you like? Take the remote and flick it somewhere. Did you want to watch a CSI Miami or something? I can't blame you. This team is a dreck, and I am praying that this injury is only going to be 4 weeks. What's your take?
So I did live stream the game. I watched the whole thing, and
Bless your
Maxie
heart.
should I, yeah, Maxie should not have played. Let's keep it a buck. If he wasn't feeling well, he should have just stayed off. I mean, he did okay. Tobias was the leading scorer. That's shocking, but
I don't want to
this
hear that
isn't.
he was feeling ill. I don't want to feel that he had the sniffles or anything. You play the game. I expect you were on the floor. I expect you to show up. Don't come with an excuse now that you got the whiffles or something.
Yeah, he's not the guy that would come up with excuses, though. He's the guy who would take accountability. Should have done better, but at the end of the day, it was just a disgusting game, especially in the second half on. The second half
Hmm.
on, the Sixers collapsed again. I don't know what it is. Whenever I watch these games, the last two, they collapsed in the last second half. Like, I just don't understand this team. There was no identity. Again, no identity without Joel Embiid.
Yes, yes, and that's the thing here. You mentioned where was this team? They didn't even show up. They weren't even on the floor. I mean, they only gave you a half of basketball. Again, last two games, they only gave you half a game, and they just slowly just they throw the towel in. They waved the white flag. They are already cooked. And I would thought I was going to get more impressive Tobias Harris. I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be one of his takeover games. No, I thought this was going to be Maxey just putting this game on his back, and no. The last two games, he's been kind of cold. This first half of this game, he was ice cold. And to the bit of caveat, Steph Curry was ice cold. So only 9 points in this game from Steph.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Steph. And
But,
the
yeah.
managed Andrew Wiggins going off for him. Klay Thompson shooting the lights out from the perimeter, going 4 for 5. And,
Future Sixer.
and I'm praying on it. Listen, I'm praying on it. If that happens, I'll be the first one run out to Modell's or Foreman Mills or whatever to get myself a jersey. I need that right now. I need some Sixers love right now. And then
Yeah.
something to kind of rejuvenate. Like this team, I don't know if they have it forfeited until trade deadline. I don't know. I mean, but this team looks like it's given up, and it's crazy because you do not want to head into the halfway point to the All Star break with this bad taste in your mouth, and that's why I
No.
feel like it happens. So, Mitch, let's look at a couple people. According to this game, we're just kind of talking about Maxey right now. I mean, your overall take right now on the guy.
I mean, he just had a bad shooting night. 5 for 14 and 2 for 7 from 3. Just a terrible bad shooting from him. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
can't afford that when the big guy's out. We're gonna need Maxey and Morris, or not Morris, Maxey and Tobias both to step up. Paul Reed did jack nothing. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest there. Kelly Oubre dropped 11. I mean, basically it. You want to hear the funniest thing? Ricky Council Jr. had 17 in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I looked at that too. I looked at a couple things. Again, the first half basketball. Okay, we're getting some stuff from Jeremy Springer or Jalen Springer. We're getting a couple things. I'm liking what I'm seeing, the defense and all that stuff. But then it just kind of just and it just has you going like this. Where is this team in the second half? They just can't give you and you've take yourself as a Sixer player right now, right? You've heard all the conversation that's going around. These guys can't play with Joel Embiid. Don't you think that would kind of put some kind of juice into your system? Like, don't you think that would kind of give you some kind of boost? Like, are you kidding? I could play without him. I could show you, and there's nothing, and they can't. They need Joel Embiid to hold this team. And like that idiot guy who was next to me on Sunday mornings, like Mike Laro, tells me he wants to get rid of Joel Embiid. That guy, he needs to get himself to an eye doctor, get his eyes
He
checked
told me
because
that too last week. He told me
yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
yeah. Yeah, and you wonder why your ratings went down into the toilet. You know what I mean? It's statements like that guy makes, and you see when he's not on the floor. I hope he's watching. I hope he's watching that product tonight. Okay, because you see that product on the floor without that man. You see what you're getting. Okay, you want to get a hole for him, and you still can't get what he brings you to the floor. You know why? He talked last week. I heard him talk to your show. I heard him talk or on the Wednesday night show saying, "Oh, Iverson was a Sixer great of all time." True, but I guarantee you, he wasn't the best NBA basketball player of his era. No, he had a guy named Kobe. This guy here is the best basketball right now. He just can't stay healthy, unfortunately. Unfortunately, he can't stay healthy, and that's what's
It's
killing
yeah, it's absolutely crazy, bro. Just like how Embiid is just like never there. And then you look at KJ Martin finished with 15 points, and that guy cannot even play basketball.
him. Come
In
on, come
29
on,
minutes, he got 15.
come on. So, Mitch, let's get in some of these comments real fast. I see we're getting lined up at the door. Of course, right out the bat, we got our man Daniel Barry saying, "Bad loss, yo."
Yeah,
Of course, we got Mr. Rudy Poo. Mr. Rudy Poo's here. Sixers need to be sellers. Team is not worthy. You know, you sound like the process days. We're back to selling already. This is not good, Mr. Rudy Poo. Not good. Of course, my man Nick. If Bebo pull his trade tomorrow, I really might cry, dude.
I don't think he will
I'm
if he's
gonna
on the
I'm
floor.
I'm gonna be in a chapter if he's traded to watch you. Just make sure you're not hanging off no bridge there, Nick. I want to make sure you're okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? I just want to make sure you're going to be okay. Uh, if you had to make a prediction, who is the one guy that will not be on the roster at this time tomorrow night? Who would it be? I want to go to you for this one, Mitch.
I got two.
Okay.
Morris. I got Marcus Morris and Daniel Howe Jr. because they were both labeled as out. In that same tweet, I don't know if you saw it from Sean Bernard. DeJounte Murray
Oh
was out
man,
too.
my brother.
Yeah, those three guys were out. So, DeJounte Murray, Philly, maybe? If that
Hey,
happens,
listen.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it right now. I'll talk it right now. Let's go. Let's go. Bring them in here. Um, anything is possible right now. Of course, again, look, the Sixers, of course, like I said, are up against it. And look, the Sixers could use a little bit new life right now. They can use some new life at the Wells Fargo Center because this team is beat. And I see people are posting, this team needs, like our man here just said, Mr. Rudy Poo, sell. Do you really want to be sellers? Do you want to see this team, this season get washed away by the wayside? I mean, I guess you kind of have to. And now we're back to a stock of what we want to do. I mean, what is this true? Like you said, Mitch, you said at the beginning of the show, what is this team's identity? What is it? What is it? And really, what's it worth? Let's get in some more comments. I'll take the next one here. My man Dave Yarn, what's up, buddy? He goes, Maxi ill tonight. He was a game time decision. I don't want to hear it. He was on the floor. Yeah, put a tissue in your nose and play basketball. Uh, Only kidding. The sports guys hate Philadelphia sports right now. No, that's not true, because the Philadelphia Flyers came back tomorrow, yesterday. All right, all right. There's some life in the Flyers' hope, hopefully. Um, Nick saying KJ Martin best game as a Sixer and still wasn't enough. I totally agree. Listen again, bench player, not good enough. I totally agree with that there, Nick. Mr. Rupu, I'm going to give this the one to Mitch. He goes, I want the process days back, nothing but recoup picks and get younger men. Too many 35-year-old on this roster. Thoughts?
It's just like this roster. We had no problem with the roster when Joel Embiid and company were there. No problem
Mhm.
whatsoever. Now everyone wants to say rebuild. You know, this reminds me of the very first posting that you and I did together. Everybody
Yes.
was in the chat one by one. Sell,
Yeah.
trade Embiid, trade Embiid, trade Embiid, trade Embiid. Where are they now? Now you know what? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
They've come out from underneath the rocks. Of course, the mayor of Kennett Square is checking in. And listen, when people see this man show up and and walking through the streets of Kennett Square, they just drop to one knee, they grab his pinky, and they kiss his ring. That's the goat walking around. My man Phil, trending in the AM. Guys, catch him every Monday through Friday. Does a great show, guys. Um, does a phenomenal job training in the AM. Give him my man Phil a shout out, man. A great guy, great guy. Um, Almighty. Y'all need a rebuild. You
He
think? You think?
he's a Knicks fan.
Oh, you. Oh, no, you're not a Knicks fan. You're a Villanova 2.0 fan, apparently, because that's what that team has.
That's
Uh,
exactly what I've been saying for God knows how long.
Pat's already washed. We have no choice. Joe is done for. Man, Mr. Rudy Poo. With are you serious? You think it's what? But what? Let me play devil's advocate, Mr. Rudy Poo. Let's try and be optimistic a little bit. He's done okay. Look, it's February. We knew him not being on the floor was going to take effect to this team. But what if he's healthy come next month? What if he's ready to go 5, 6 weeks from now? What if they're just at the play-in tournament right now, and he goes to complete beast mode, complete puts his whole team on his back, puts the whole city on his back, and wins us an NBA final? I don't want to hear you guys. I don't want to see you guys at the parade, but that can happen. That can happen. Yes, we are in the middle of the NBA season. It doesn't mean the season is over. It's not over till the fat lady sings, and she's humming though. Oh man. Let's get into this one. I mean, Joel's hurt again, 8 years in a row. Listen, I get it. Listen, the guy's not going to be healthy. Listen, if you want to criticize him last year in the postseason, by all means, you have every right. I cannot hold that against you. He didn't show. Neither did the bearded man. It's kind of cooking right now with the Clippers. I can't really take any shots with him. Tough Wolf Joe, as Joe Howe says. This is what Mitch was saying. Nick Council was the Sixers leading scorer tonight. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Tobias and
And that's my guy Philly halftime. And he also says
oh
Tobias and Maxey did not show up. This whole team pretty much didn't show up.
yeah, but they kind of called it right though on the commentary booth. Like when Embiid's gone, it's easy. I'm going to put double coverages on Maxi. I'm going to shut his lane. We know his game. He's going to come right to the. He's going to want to drive. Shut it down. Shut it
Yep.
down. And who's he going to kick the ball out to? Who's a threat on the perimeter? Who's a perimeter shooter? And let me answer it. Nobody. Oh,
Let
nobody.
me ask you this. Would you go after a shooter or Andre Drummond? If you had to pick.
Drummond.
Thank
Give me a
you.
Drummond.
Thank
Give me
you.
Drummond. I need a big man in the middle. Again, you see the way that teams are just carving into the paint, just carving it up.
hmm
I mean, really, what does B? No offense, Nick. I know you're probably going to want to strangle me for saying this, but your boy People Paul and Mo Bamba bring a production of a dry paintbrush and bubble gum to a party. You know what I mean? They're not really doing anything for me. I don't know what analogy I just used right there. I don't even know what I was just saying right there. But anyway, I'm just trying to say that what the hell am I talking about? But anyway, I just wanted to know those two guys. There's a reason why Nick Nurse takes them both off the court at the same time because they cannot produce. I mean, Mo Bamba actually offers you a little bit more defensive blocks.
Because
Uh,
he's 7'3"
oh
with
boy.
an 8-foot wingspan.
WMP, you can hit the lottery too. Don't forget about that. Oh God. Uh, here goes my man John. What's up, Johnny? I like that Flyers cap there. You don't sell. You buy free agency, so you week. So it's a week this all season. The cap space shouldn't be something we are extremely excited for. Your thoughts on that?
Uh, hold on a sec. Yeah, we got to do something. You know what's funny though? In the beginning of the year, before anything said that, like, Delroy's plan was to take a gap year because we have so much expired contracts. And then now, look, it's just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Oh my gosh! And the comments.
Yeah.
Tell at that time is a real one. Okay, he's a real one. And let me ask you too, there, Mitch. Why isn't Nick Nurse going to Mr. Smith like early in game one? Like, why does he wait for 10 minutes out? He's a
I
spark
don't
coming
know.
off the bench.
He,
Taekwon Smith is a bench coming off the. He's
he's
a
a spark
spark.
off the bench. Yep.
He can
For
shoot.
me, yeah, here's the thing too, right? Korkmaz was on Curry for a couple minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Korkmaz was on Curry. You're
Yeah,
telling me Ricky Council or Jaden Springer? You saw what Jaden Springer did to the Doncic? I was at the game, so I saw it firsthand.
you're
But
right.
you don't have Springer on Curry alone? Like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. And Nick Nurse has got at the. I like to be in that press box. He goes. Because Mr. Barupo checking goes, yeah, I want the luxury and having cap space and picks. We haven't had that in years.
Nope.
Uh, Here goes WMP Maxi. Come on. Oh, Maxi a 20. Oh yeah, Maxi a
A
minus
minus 27.
27. Yeesh, yeesh. Mr. Rupu, Paul Reed just over helps. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Nick, take it back, Pat. Take what back? You're about your boy B-ball Paul, Mr. Inconsistent. Look, I just speak the truth, brother. Uh, Mr. Reproof for what when Tobias is likely the best free agent available. Please, guys, look it up in the free agency class. It's beyond ugly. Yeah, but listen, we need any kind of filler right now. I don't want to see this season get washed away. And if I could get so what? Let me ask you. I mean, say we did bring in Drummond. What does that do for B-ball Paul and Mobamba? Are they going to get
Well,
G League time? Because when
so
MB comes back,
for me, it's Drummond is going to get the starter minutes. Paul Reed, which he excels as the backup center when he's there for like 10 to 12 minutes. And then Mo Bamba would just keep him on the bench. Please. I keep
yes,
on saying
yes,
this. He's the worst player on the Sixers.
he did have 10
Literally the
rebounds.
worst player on the Sixers.
Yes, yes. Uh,
If someone can argue me with that, who's the worst player on the Sixers besides Mo Bamba?
Korkmaz.
Korkmaz can provide shooting
He can?
more than Bamba.
Well, yeah. Yes, yes. You might as well bring in yeah, what's that dog's name? Bring me the mascot.
What?
Here goes my man.
I
Yeah,
forgot his
yes.
name.
You guys are
Ben
such
Franklin the
haters.
dog.
Yes, yes, Franklin. You guys are such haters. His name is literally a basketball. What? What?
B-ball Paul.
Oh
B.
my gosh. You know what, Nick? I'll give it to you. You're all alone on that island, my man. You are all alone, all on the B-ball Paul Reed Island. You know you just own it, my man. I would require Drummond and and Caruso. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I feel like with Caruso, it's a more valuable. They go on more draft picks for Caruso. With
Mm-hmm.
Drummond, I feel like we won't have to give up as much. So gotta wait to see till tomorrow. Gotta wait and see.
Yeah, Philly had time checking in. He goes, that's why I said we need a 3-point shooter. I've been saying it all year. Listen, they do. Listen, and I've said this plenty of times on the show before. I said that this is to me the best rebound basketball team that Joel Embiid's been on. This is Nick Nurse has functioned at it pretty well for these guys to get rebounds. But however, the perimeter shooting you do need. You do need another ball handler, a guy who could create spacing and all the creating his own shot. You do need that kind of guy on there who can just shoot the lights out from the perimeter, and they don't have it. Once in a blue moon, you'll have a Maxi go off, or you'll have a Tobias kind of going off, but he's more of an inside the paint kind of guy. Kelly Oubre might go off once in a blue moon, but the key word is consistency, and you don't have it, and you don't have really no depth coming off the bench either. Dave Yarn checking in is if they keep losing at this point, they will not make be in the playoff bound. Dave, I mean, listen, I hear you, but if they get mad, listen, we all know it's going to happen. But look, it's going to be a month hit. You're going to go on a little bit of a break. Don't forget the All Star break, so you get a week break there. It might not be too bad. You might be at worst, you might be a 10 seed. I cannot see. They're 1-7 so far. But I mean, I cannot see them taking this much of a hit. With the addition of the new pieces that might be coming in here tomorrow, I cannot see that. Mr. Rude checking is John. Why not? We never had the option to sign anyone. It would be nice to have the choice. These guys are kind of going back and forth. Mr. Rude at a choice. It's just at who? Grayson Allen, maybe the most attractive name in the free agency. And then, of course,
I hate Grayson Allen because I'm a Michigan fan.
right.
So I'm not taking Grayson Allen on the team. No. Sorry, no.
Right,
No.
right. John checking is I make trades now. Listen, we all want trades to go down. I'm surprised, and you may be right there, Mitch. Formula Mitch just sit on his hands, not do anything. I mean, two guys didn't play tonight. Kind of gives you the signs that two people are on the trade block. Choices for anyone, luxury to sign whoever you want, freedom to sign anybody in the market. Yeah, listen, it's all going to be coming down tomorrow what the 76ers do. Anthony Martin checking in. What's up, buddy? He goes, we need a reliable big man that can play consistently at this point, which me and Mitch here have been asking for Drummond to come back. I would love to kick the tires on him once more and to see him, please, just be that in the paint presence. KJ Martin's got to be the worst player on the 76ers, not Mo Bamba.
KJ Martin can provide buckets.
Yes.
What is Obama doing?
Right.
He's like, I'm open. He's a less talented Boban Marjanovic.
Yes. He is the thrift store of Joel Embiid. Mo Bamba blows. Mr. Rupu just says trades do not make sense when Joel would be soon out of shape when he comes back. I don't think he's going to be out of shape. But you just can't say no to that talent. I'm sorry. You make trades for guys who can be on the roster for a couple of years. If not, you can flip them tomorrow. All right. Why not more Springer on Curry? He held him to 2 points until halftime. That's a good call.
Yeah.
He played
Curry,
pretty defensively.
Jaden Springer's a great defensive player. He's great athleticism. I love it when he's on the best player because he gets to show his skills and everything. But you can't rely on Jaden Springer to be the best perimeter defender on your team. You can't. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, it's like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, Covington, and when Batum was there, he would cover the best player. Covington would cover the best player. I can go on and on. Daniel House will cover the best player. So, my guy Philly halftime. Mitch is about to get mad. Trae Young's about to be coming. Halftime. If Trae Young gets here, I'll personally Venmo $1 million. If that happens.
If we get Trae Young, I think I'd be losing my. I would just do the whole show with my shirt off, and that's going to be scary for everybody. It's going to be a lot.
You see, halftime's been begging for him because of his shooting ability. Okay. There's a lot
Yeah,
more needs than that. There's more needs, and I feel like the center is the biggest need.
I do too. Listen, eh, that's if you really feel like that's what the league is about now is the 3-point shooting. By all means, bring them in. I mean, I could see him and Maxey doing some things, but like you said, at the end of the day, who can you rely on in the paint? Those two. Those two.
You can't.
You can't. Joe House says Springer on Wiggins. Does Springer get traded? I don't think
Probably
so.
not. Probably
He's
not.
a
Whoever
future
on the
piece.
court, I feel like it's not going to get traded. Who's ever on the court.
Mm-hmm. Buddy
Yeah.
Hield gets traded tomorrow. He's underutilized player in Indiana. Flat out shoots. He can shoot for us.
Yep.
Utilize
So,
the player.
Buddy Hield has been on a trading block or a block rumors, whatever you want to call it, for the last 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are the odds? I don't think he gets traded. I honestly don't believe he's going to get traded. I think more Pistons players are going to get traded. They already made 2 moves today. So maybe Bogdanovich.
Yeah, we'll see. And then of course, last one here from Joe. He goes, "I hope he does come here." I guess he's means Trey Young. And listen,
Yeah.
a lot of people be going nuts. Again, we saw what he did to the 76ers a few years back, how he cooked them. And listen, we all know how he can just shoot rainbow 3-pointers and all that stuff. He's a phenomenal player, no doubt about it. But I'm with Mitch on this one. I need you see what happens when we have a legit big man who can get you boards. It's something I'm willing to kick the tires on and willing to give it a try to move forward. But you
Yeah.
know, and look, Stockholm, those teams with draft picks, you know what I mean. But I definitely don't want to see this team just fall by the wayside. I'm sorry. I know but again, competitive basketball, I just like seeing playoffs in this town because you never know. But well, it's just it's tough. I know, like I said, a lot of people right now are down out on this team as they should be. We've seen a lot of people leaving early as they should. Again, this team has given this city no effort since Joel Embiid has went down, and they need to provide that. So I don't know if Nick Nurse's message is getting across right now. I don't. I mean, without Joel Embiid, I mean, even like I said, by halftime they threw in the towel. That's not good. That's not good. But let's get into player of the game. Let's do that right now as I queue up our players of the game, and I'm curious to know what Mitch got. All right. Here we are, Mitch. Who was your player of the game?
Ricky Council, man.
Ricky Cancel.
17 points in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. 17 points in 10 minutes. I was going to give it to Quavion Smith for that breakaway dunk. Best break dunk. I was going to give it to him. But I'll give it to Ricky Council.
Quavion Smith. Yeah, that's going to have to be my. This is frustrating. You know what? Just because it irks a couple people, you're going to have to give me that KJ Martin tonight. 2 for 3 from the perimeter, 5 rebounds, 15 points off the bench. Give me KJ Martin. Woo! We are cooking now. How about that? The bench looking better than the starters. Wow. So that's going to be my player of the game. If you're going to think I'm nuts, it is. Look, it is what it is. Again, I mean, just he had a nice solid game tonight. It's just real solid. All right, let's get into our grades of the game.
Yep.
Okay, Sixer fans, this is where me and Mitch give our grades. And Mitch, shoot for the moons, my man. What do you have?
I'll just go with an F. I don't care. You can say the
What?
injuries.
This is the first time
This is my
that my
first F
man.
of the year. This is my first F. Mark it. I don't care about the injuries at this point. The Warriors are such a bad team. You'll be able to catch up with them with the talent we're supposed to have. When Maxey and Tobias, if they stepped up, we would have a better shot. Let's keep it
Yeah.
one. So I'm gonna give this an F. And I know, like, Maxey was ill. Tyrese Maxey was ill. Okay, you played. Tobias Harris, cold. First half. That's basically it. F.
Wow.
That's my first F.
Wow. Wow. You went F, huh? Well, guess what? I
What?
think you and I are in the same canoe.
Hey,
Okay? Big fat F. You can't give me the second half of basketball? Are you kidding me? You guys sat around there with your thumbs on your knishes, sat there and can't give this a team, this blue collar city like Philadelphia, a second half of basketball. You guys already threw in the towels. You guys can't even show up. What's wrong with you? You bunch of losers. You better get out there and start playing. Play hard. You know, I mean, this is all like you said. This is all on Tobias. This is all on Maxie's shoulders. To step up. You want to talk about you got the sniffles? Man up. You're on the. You play. You decide to play. Let's go. I don't want to hear that you got the whiffles, sniffles, whatever you had. Come on. If you're gonna be sick, partially sick, whatever, stay home. Give me someone who wants to play. I can't have that. Give me I can't even say Mr. Smith is. Bring in Mr. Smith. Bring in Mr. Smith right now. I mean, he's the only spark plug you got coming off the bench. I want him. I want him.
yeah.
I mean, I can't take this. I don't want to hear the excuses right now. And of course, I don't want to go to sleep.
Oh,
I'm worried about when I wake up. People, Paul is a
uh,
Detroit Piston. Good.
well,
Package them up.
breaking
Get them out.
breaking news: the 76ers just inquired about Brogdon. They reached out to Portland. Brogdon? I've been saying him since God knows how long. I'll
We
take
could bring
Brogdon
him.
right now.
Hey, listen, I get it. People were hounding me Monday night about bringing Brogdon in here
Yeah.
because he's an aging player. Guess what? I'll take him. I'll take him. I'll take him. I don't care. Age is just a number. Bring him in.
right.
Bring him in. But guys, listen, Mitch, where can the great people of Edge of Philly Sports and all these Sixer fans find you? I know you'll be on tomorrow.
Yep. So I'll be here tomorrow. Edge of Philly Sports, 7:15 for Fly Like an Eagle, episode 15. No guest, just me. Just
Oh,
me.
fly
It
solo.
hasn't been just me in a long time. So want to go back to my roots, and you can find me on Edge of Philly Sports YouTube, Mitch Tossi YouTube, Hardcore Sports, and Hardcore Sports Facebook. We just hit 100. Our goal is to hit 200 by next week.
Well, now I wonder if that show might be more depressing than this show. I hope not.
Hey,
I hope there's solace in
I
your
got
in your
one
show.
word. Brazil. That's all I got
Yes,
to talk about.
yes. Well, listen, Mitch. Look no further than tomorrow night because right after you at 9 o'clock, for all you Union fans, me and Austin will be gearing you guys up as we get ready for the upcoming season in 2 weeks. So we're going to break down the winners, losers, who's going to take a step forward, who's going to take a step back, who's going to be bottom feeders, who's going to be contenders, as we break down the whole MLS landscape. So you're not going to miss that if you are a die-hard Union soccer fan. And of course, you guys can catch me PM in the AM. You guys know where it's at. And pretty sure you catch us here Friday night. Me, Mitch, hopefully the four horsemen are back with my brother Sean and my man Dives. But yeah, and yeah, as we know, the mayor of Ambler, it will be getting ready to celebrate his birthday this Saturday. So let's go. All right, guys, stay tuned. We have more action coming tomorrow. Let's go. Mitch is going to lead you off tomorrow night. Let's go.
Catch you later.
See you later, guys. Hopefully, you guys can enjoy Mitch's show, guys. Let's go. Fly Like an Eagles podcast. Let's go. All right, Mitch.
We're still live.